Welcome back to another exciting episode of On the Clock. This week in the hot seat, we've got Terri Govang joining us. Terri, thank you so much for joining me this week.
Thank you, Alana. It's always such a pleasure speaking with you. I'm very happy to be here.
Terri, tell me, if I were to ask what a day in the life of looks like for you, what would you tell me?
That's a loaded question. In my new role, and I've got to say this opportunity is so special because, having just arrived in Ottawa, I've sold my home in Calgary and moved across the country in the midst of a global crisis. So maybe a questionable life choice, but here I am. And it's a very special opportunity to share with you. So thank you for that. A day in the life. Gosh, my new role here as a principal technical consultant at WSP, my primary responsibilities in leadership is a bit of a hybrid role. So I have the fortune of working with organizations in the public and private sector to help them establish vision and strategy for their security programs and related technologies. And then on the project side, I get to work with brilliant engineers and designers and security specialists through those projects to help make those visions and make them come to life. It's a fascinating role, and it's a fun day in the life.
Curious, throughout the course of your career, what challenges have you faced and what did you do to overcome them?
Yeah, this every role I've held in, well, I guess in my 20 plus working career history, 15 of those has been dedicated in this industry. And since that time, every position I've held has either been new to the organization or never held by a woman before. So to be a woman in any male-dominated industry where you're making those strides and driving change, that can be a challenge in of itself. So you really have two jobs. One, to do your job and work your craft and be the best that you can be. And the other one is to drive change and help people embrace that inequality and that diversity in their organization. So, we're still overcoming them every day. And so I just continue to show up and help people make informed decisions and provide clarity and education and support so that we can make it easier and more enjoyable for the women and everyone who works with us.
And I love that you brought that up because I feel like even as long as 10 years ago, there weren't as many women in the industry, and we're seeing that be challenged today by trailblazers such as yourself and changing that narrative. And while there's still so much work to be done, it's so much more accepted now, and it's much more recognized now.
Yeah, that's true. I certainly, I was the only woman working on the job site when I was in electrical, and that was before they had pink porter bodies. So it's certainly come a very, very long way.
Terri, thank you so much for joining me this week for On the Clock. It is such a joy every time I get to talk to you, and I'm so impressed by you, and I'm so excited to see what else you achieve in your career.
Thank you so much, Alana. It's a pleasure. Thank you.